back with another video. I'm super excited because I'm going to be reviewing the Riviera palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is very exciting because I love this palette. I think it's so wonderful. I really have enjoying it. I've had it since it's come out in the first launch, and I want to show you a pic of it here. This is what it looks like. I'm going to also be showing you some swatches that I'm going to insert, as well as I'm going to just talk about some of the review of what's in it. First of all, it says, set sail with 14 all-new Paradise-inspired mattes and metallics, from vibrant jewel tones to bright pops of color. Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera Palette is an essential springtime color collection featuring classic neutrals and seasonal tones that are perfect for creating your ultimate vacation looks. Probably at the very beginning you saw a clip of me and Cindy. We got to go to the Bahamas. It was a very brief trip, but it was lovely. I got to finally go to a place I wanted to go to forever, and that was the Atlantis. Super excited about that. We'll always remember that memory. But I wanted to kind of imbibe that Bahama tropical feeling with one. I have almost a creamsicle drink. This is I believe it's a keto-friendly drink that my sister told me about, and you can this is actually homemade though. This is a Starbucks, cup, but it's homemade, and it's heavy whipping cream, ice, and this one has one of the Kirkland 0-calorie flavored waters, like orange mango. Anyways, it's delicious. It's putting me in the very tropical paradise Bahama theme or Riviera theme. Anyways, I want to get back into this review. I'm going to be inserting some clips into this review of me throughout the last couple weeks. At least I did 3 videos that I taped that I'm going to put in here that will show you how I use this palette. I'm also going to give you a review of the palette and my thoughts on it and who I think this palette is best suited for. So first of all, the first clip I'm going to show you is right here. And this one's going to be, it's a clip of, first I went in with the Monte Carlo color, and you see me applying that. Second, I went into it with the Bahamas on the crease as well. Then I go in with the color Cans, and I put that on my outer corner. And then I also, as you see here, I'm going to be putting in Yacht on the lid corner, and then the highlighter that I put on there is the brow bone. Highlight is Estate. So that's the first clip I'm showing you. Next, the second one is showing the second clip is Monte Carlo. That's what I go in with first. I also add the Bahamas, as well as I go in with Cans, and on the inner and that, which I put in the inner and outer corner, that beautiful Cans, that purple, rich purple color. In the middle of I'm doing a spotlight eye, that's a technique, and in that one I put in the color Seychelles, and then I'm going to go in with the Estate on the brow bone, and then I put Seaside in the inner corner as a highlight. Now let's go on to the third clip, and let's go in with the third clip, and I'm going to be applying the color again, Monte Carlo. That's been a good transition color, perfect for that. Then I go in with number 2 base. I put a base all over, and then I put over the eyelid Palermo, and that's that beautiful cranberry color. And then I go in with number Inheritance as well on the inner corner of my eye. And then on the outer corner I put that beautiful brown, which is Palms. And then number 5 I put on, fifth thing I do is put on Coastline on the brow bone. So you notice if you pay attention, I've used most of the colors. I think there's not one color that I haven't used. Today, my eye look I have on in the crease, of course, Monte Carlo and Bahamas I build up. I also have cans all almost in the third of my eye. Then I go in with a base color, again, that cream color from Anastasia Beverly Hills to lay down that base. And on top of that is actually Mediterranean, which I go in there with. And then Seaside is the color that I go in with towards the real inner corner of my eye. And then in the absolute inner corner as a highlight, I use the white colored base called Sails. So that kind of mixes in with the inner color of Seaside. So I used a lot of the colors. I think this is great. I will tell you that Bahamas, I believe it's Bahamas, Cans, and Palm are pressed pigments as far as I remember. And so those ones can stain your eye. Now, if you have a lighter colored skin, they can stain your eye. Obviously, after a while, it will go away. Comes with a dual-ended brush. I don't really use the brush very often. This is not something that I use, but it's nice. It works. I think it's okay. But really, I'm not going to take a long time on this review. All I can do is sing its praises, and I really enjoy it. I say the packaging is beautiful, that nautical theme. It does get dirty rather quickly. Obviously, if you're putting it, on top of your vanity and you have like foundation, powder, things like that, it will stick to it. It's almost like a canvas. So for me, excuse me, guys, this is delicious. So good. So good. Feeling very tropical right now. But anyways, this is, I really do enjoy this palette. I think this is wonderful. Now, I'm going to tell you who I think this palette is good for. If you are somebody who enjoys bold colors, this is a good eyeshadow palette. If you are somebody who knows how to work with a little bit of a drier formula when it comes to some of the mattes, like those pressed pigments, it's a good palette for you. If you don't mind, actually this palette's good for either applying with your finger the shimmer shades or the metallic shades, or either using a brush. Actually, this picks up on a brush rather nicely. But all that being said, this may not be a palette for everybody. If you like lots of neutral colors, you're not into bold eyeshadow looks, then I would skip this because it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But if you like bold eyeshadows, and also if you just want to try a good formula as well as getting into eyeshadows, you can start getting into more bold colors. This is, I think, a good one. I feel like my color, but if you notice all my colors, nothing was very neutral. Everything was pretty poppy and rich. So again, if you're only into neutral colors, then you may want to skip on this. But I do absolutely think this is a wonderful palette. I recommend this palette wholeheartedly.